up? Oracle DBA girl here, and I have a new video for you all. As you all can see, I'm switching it up just a little bit. I'm actually in my hotel room. I think I told you all before that I was doing a project and I'm out of the state, so just decided to try something new. But anyways, what I want to try this time is just answering questions that users have asked me. Now I'm gonna go off the dome, so y'all forgive me if I'm all over the place. But there were two questions that I wanted to address. I have addressed them in my previous videos, but lately I'm getting these questions a lot, so I thought that, I should definitely readdress these questions. The first question is, I have my OCA as well as my OCP, and it's been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 3 years, and I still can't find a job. What advice do you have for me? Well, that's pretty easy. What I would say in this situation is, just truthfully, you guys, if you have your OCA and your OCP and you haven't had any work experience, take OCP off your resume. It's actually doing you more damage than it is helping you. It's so much that I could say to that. I will be honest and say, it's a red flag. If I was an interviewer, it would be a red flag all day long. I mean, you all have to think about those certifications. OCA, Oracle Certified Associate, is for someone who is trying to get their foot in the door, someone who's trying to get an interview, someone that certification is for someone who wants to let employer know they're serious about starting a career as an Oracle DBA. Oracle Certified Professional is for someone who's already been in the field for a number of years, and they have the basic knowledge, they have the basic experience, and so now they're getting ready to take it up a notch. The one thing about Oracle, you guys, you cannot fake Oracle. You hear a lot of people say fake it until you make it. With Oracle, you can't fake it. You either know it or you don't. If you don't know it, you're going to cause a company a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort. So I would not put it on my resume if I don't have it. It's just not worth it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you can't get a job. That's why you have this hindrance, because you got that certification up there, and the thing is, when a resume come across a hiring manager or a director, whoever, they're not the only person who's gonna see it. The hiring manager, they may not know everything about Oracle. So guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna ask a DBA, what do you think about this resume? What do you think about this? You can look at a resume and tell if a person is lying. And even if you can't, and they make it to the interview, you're going to ask them questions based off of what's on their based off of what's on their resume. And depending on what they put on their resume, you're going to know. I'll give you all an example. At my last job, we were interviewing people for a position, and it was Oracle EBS. It was an updated version, our 12.2.4. We were interviewing people. They said they had the experience, but they was answering the question based off of stuff that was on Google. They were answering the question based off of, one guy was literally reading to us. You could tell, you could tell when someone is reading versus when someone is talking. This guy, he was literally, I kid you not, he was reading. And we asked him to just walk us through doing a patch, not read it, walk us through doing it. He couldn't do it. The thing is, if you have the experience, there are going to be things you know to do that's not in the book. So if you're giving us book answers, we know. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, a lot of instructors, they will say, say that you have 5 years experience and just go on these job interviews. That's the worst thing you can do in my book, because I'm going to ask you a question based off the number of years you say you have. If a person is just starting out, you would ask them a simple question. If they say they have 5 years of experience, then you know they know the answer to complex questions. That's just the way that it goes. So I would say, you guys, if you don't have 5 years experience, if you don't have a year experience, don't lie on your resume. Tell the truth. I told the truth. I started in September 2012. No, yeah, that was my first job. But I started studying from January to July of 2012. And that's what I put on my resume. And so also I looked for junior Oracle DBA jobs. I did not go looking for Oracle DBA jobs. My mentor had already said, and this is just some advice to you all. If you stay in a city, well, I stay in Atlanta. At the time I got my certification, I was in Atlanta. So, basically, he had already said the job market for junior DBAs, it was hard. So we were really serious. We would want to consider moving out of the state. I'll say the same thing to you. You would want to consider moving out of the state in order to get your experience. And that's the answer to the second question. The second question was, should I move out of the state in order to get a job? I did, and it worked great. You can't always just start out right where you are. Some people are in small towns. Some people, they may be in big towns, big cities, but they're still not getting a job. So for that case, what you need to do is to look other places. Now, I do understand that some people have a family. Hey, well, with this job, people make sacrifices all the time. The sacrifices are worth it. It was worth it for me. I don't regret anything at all. And if I had to, I would do it over again. You have to think about it. There's a lot of Indians in this field. They move from way overseas to the United States for opportunities in Oracle DBA. So that should tell you guys that this is a very great career opportunity, and it's not going anywhere, and it'll be worth it. I made sacrifices for 2.5 years. I moved from Georgia to West Virginia to Connecticut, and now I'm back in Georgia. So I would say to all, definitely do that. And also, like I said, you guys, just don't lie. If I was to see OCP on a job, on an application, and you don't have real world experience, I automatically know you used a dump. I mean, it's everybody who comes to me and say that I have OCA and I have OCP, but I can't find a job. Okay, you use dumps to get those certifications because you don't have the knowledge, the real world knowledge people are looking for. It's just, if I can tell it, I'm telling y'all, these employers, they know. So just take OCP off your test, off your resume. Wait till you get a job. Work on that job for a few months and then put your OCP certification. But you're shooting yourself in the foot. Put an OCP on your test, on your resume. I don't know why I keep saying test. You're shooting yourself in the foot saying that you have your OCP, but you've never worked in an Oracle DBA field. It's just a red flag all day. I've been doing this 3 years. I don't have my OCP. I'm going to get it by the end of this year, but it's not needed if you have, it's not needed with experience. I talk to people who, they've been doing this 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. The most I've heard is 17 years. They don't even want to get their OCP because experience is always going to trump a test. But if you are a beginner, you need the OCA certification to at least get an interview, to at least get in the door. So that's my advice for you all. If you have OCA and OCP and you have not had a real job, take OCP off your resume. Also, you should consider moving if you're trying to get a job. It definitely works in your favor. Regardless, sometimes you just got to make a sacrifice. It depends on how bad you want it. I hope this video has been beneficial to you all. Oracle DBA girl signing off. Be blessed.